আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আচ্ছা, আলোটা একটু কম দেখাচ্ছে। Assalamu alaikum, dear students and viewers. I would like to convey the very message to my viewers because this is going to be my first class in this new year. So, Happy New Year 2021. And I hope that you are well with the mercy of Almighty Allah. And inshallah, with the continuation of my class, today I will conduct the class on subject-verb agreement. You know that already I have conducted 2 classes on parts of speech, and with the coherence of that classes, today I am going to conduct the class subject and verb agreement. Because I think that most of the students or most of the learners are not actually. I'm coming. Just I share this video. Okay, most of the students don't know how to the agreement or how will be the agreement between subject and verb. That's why today I'm here to clear everything in subject and verb. Please, dear students, stay connected with me as long as I will conduct this class. And you will get my information that I'm Abdul Momen, lecturer in English of this college, you know. So, subject and verb. Is it clear? Okay, subject and verb. So, subject plus verb agreement. So, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of agreement? Everybody knows that what is agreement. Agreement means a chukti. Chukti, agreement, ekta chukti. This is a kind of chukti. So, what is the chukti? What is the agreement? The agreement between subject and verb. The relation between subject and verb. So, the exact and accurate systems and rules of subject and verb, that is called agreement, subject-verb agreement. So, we know about verb and we know about subject, but subject. Today, I am going to clear subject and verb. So, basically, if we decide that what is subject, subject depends on number, and second one is person. Number and person. So, you have to know about number and person to clarify the subject and to identify the subject exactly, because without knowing number and person, you cannot fulfill or you cannot use the exact verb after subject. So, number means this is number means আপনারা জানেন যে সংখ্যার ধারণা. Number means the idea on number. And person is of 3 kinds. I mean, okay, number is of 2 types. One is singular and another one is plural. Singular, I mean one in number, সংখ্যায় এক, সেটাকে বলা হচ্ছে singular. On the other hand, plural means more than one is called plural. So person is first person, second person, third person. So person, I, we, and second person is you, and third person he, she, it, and any name, suppose Salam, and any name of any place. Any name of any place is called the third person. So the first rule on verb, that rule number 1, what is that? That verb, okay, in present indefinite tense, s or es will be added. S or es will be added after the base form of verb. Base form, I mean V1 plus S or ES. When while the subject will be third person and singular number. Okay, this is the first rule, that in present indefinite tense s or es will be added after the base form of verb. I mean V1 plus s or es, while the subject will be third person and singular number. So I have to know about number and person. So third person, you know that the third person in singular number, these are the third person in singular number: he, she, it, Salam, and any name, anything in the world or over the world which is one in number, suppose the sun, the moon, one in number, any name of river, any name of paper, any name of place such as Dinajpur, Dhaka, etc., Bangladesh, London, England, everything. So this is third person and singular number. You only use s or es in this type of subjects which are in third person singular number. After verb, s or es will be added to that. Okay, dear students, so already you have got that s or es will be added where? So s or es. Rule number 1. So this is the importance which I have told to you, to that subject, and subject, verb varies, number and person. Verb always varies, number and person. So subject, basically subject, I mean matter of number and person. So you have to know about number and person. So first person, second person, and third person we already have got. So now subject. Subject may be singular and subject may be plural also. So which subject is called singular, which subject is called plural, you have to know it. Okay, suppose I is singular, but we, obviously plural, because ami, tumi, she, amra. So we is plural, I is singular, and he is singular. they, plural. But in person, I, first person, third person. So you, second person. So this. But without this or beyond this, there are some subjects. Okay? Such as the subject and. And means two and two. So the phrase or the subject along with two and two, is it singular or plural? Is it singular or plural? We have to know singular or plural. So when a subject met having and, I mean compound, that if the meaning of these two sides is same meaning, then this is called singular. Okay, so two and two makes 4. 2 and 2 makes 4. On the other hand, we can make it 2 and 2 is 4. 2 and 2 is 4. So makes and is. What type of verb is this or are these? These are in singular. I mean the verb is singular. The verb is singular. So what is the relation? What is the relation we have got, or the agreement we have got? Okay, now rule number 2. Rule number 2, that the first condition, second condition is subject singular is equal to verb singular, and subject plural equal to verb plural. This is very clear, that subject singular is equal verb singular, subject plural is equal verb plural. Okay, suppose slow and steady wins the race. So wins and slow and steady, this is subject, and this subject is obviously in singular form. That's why the verb takes singular, and wins singular. So in singular verb, s or es will be added. In singular verb, s or es will be added, but in plural verb, s or es will not be added. In plural verb, s or es হবে না, সিঙ্গুলারে হবে, বাট প্রত্যেকটা সাবজেক্ট সিঙ্গুলারে হবে না। কোন সিঙ্গুলার সাবজেক্টের হবে? দ্য সাবজেক্ট হুইচ ইজ ইন থার্ড পারসন এন্ড সিঙ্গুলার নাম্বার। যে সাবজেক্টগুলো শুধুমাত্র থার্ড পারসন সিঙ্গুলার নাম্বার, সেই সাবজেক্টের ক্ষেত্রে ভার্বের ক্ষেত্রে এস বাই এস হবে in present indefinite tense, otherwise not. Okay, so rule number 2, and the subject plural verb plural, I have to clear that. 2 and 3 make 5. Again 2 and 3 are 5. So these verbs are called plural. These are in plural form because the subject is also plural. Because 2 and 3 have the different meaning. 2, I mean dui, and 3 means tin, dui tin, not same. And in previous sentence I have shown you that 2 and 2 makes, 2 and 3 make, 2 and 2 is, 2 and 3 are. So already have got. Rule number 2. Okay. Rule number 3. What is that? In rule number 3, you know that beside these subject along with persons, 3 types of persons, first person, second person, third person, and which are shown on the blackboard or whiteboard, and beside this there are many subjects which are math having some fragmentation such as 2/3, 3/4. So these are also subject 2/3, 3/4. So what should be done after this type of subjects? What type of verb will be used after these types of subject? কি ধরনের verb হবে? So let's see. 2/3. Don't be confused to see this type of fragmentation in making subject. এগুলো ব্যাপারে confused হবেন না. Just a technique that if obviously there will be some nouns, 2/3 of the mango. So this is the noun. So you have to focus your vigilant eye that mango is a noun, and mango, I mean one mango. If there is another mango or more than one mango, we have to use s or es, mangoes. So noun is singular. Obviously the verb will be singular. Okay, so in case of fragmentation of subject, the rules will be, or the verb will be singular or plural depending on noun after the fragmentation. Fragmentation এর পরে যে nounটা আছে সেটার উপর নির্ভর করবে. If the noun is in singular, the verb will be singular. If the noun is in plural, the verb will be plural. So this is the rules. In rule number 3 you have got. So 2/3 of the mango is rotten. But if we use same sentence, that mangoes, two-thirds of the mangoes obviously are rotten. Okay, so in case of writing and speaking, and also in case of our English grammar, we have to have this idea on subject verb relation, I mean the agreement. So now rule number 3, rule number 4. Rule number 4. Rule number 4, what is that? Rule number 4 follows the article, and the subject will match having and the article. Suppose the principal and the principal and the assistant professors. Okay, the principal and the assistant professors. We have to knowing that the is a definite or fixed article, So the indicates principal is another person, and the assistant professors are quite another person. So the and these two the means bhinna. So quite different. So obviously the subject is in plural form. The principal and the assistant professors are what? Okay. Are present. The principal and the assistant professor are present. So okay, now let's another sentence. The principal and secretary of Teachers Council. Okay. So now let's see that the principal and secretary. So here is no the. So this the indicates that the principal and secretary is same person. That's why the subject is in singular. Obviously the verb will be singular, is. Okay, rule number 4. Already you have got that in case of using the indicates that the subject is singular or plural. So you have to understand that. Okay. Now about verb. You know that verb is in Bengali kriya. I mean kono kichu korake verb bole. So verb, we use verb basically 2 times, in 2 ways. One is main verb, or the alternative name is main verb is principal verb. Main verb and principal verb. Okay. But another verb is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb along with main verb, and the alternative name is auxiliary is helping verb. Okay, and main verb. Okay, we use verb in 2 ways, in our speaking and in our writing. So if we have the idea or minimum idea on these 2 ways of using verbs, we can be fluent and we can be accurate or exact in our writing. So main verb, I mean principal verb, okay, and the auxiliary verb. Main verb and principal verb. You know that verb is called the soul and the heart and the essential part of sentence or language. Without verb, a sentence cannot be made, and without other parts of speech, a sentence can be made. But without verb, a sentence cannot be made. So you should have the clear idea on verb. So main verb. If we think about our main verb, basically you know that without main or principal verb, a sentence cannot be made. Principal এবং main verb ছাড়া কোনো বাক্য হতে পারে না, but without this or auxiliary or helping verb, a sentence can be made. If you think about a driver in a bus who drives the bus, without a driver, a bus cannot run. একটা বাস কিন্তু ড্রাইভার ছাড়া চলবে না, but a helper who helps always the main verb. So auxiliary verb, the alternative name of auxiliary verb is helping verb. So helping verb always helps the main verb. So where there is auxiliary or main verb, there you will get the main verb. Where there is auxiliary or helping verb, there you will get main verb. So auxiliary verb always helps the main verbs. Auxiliary verb, according to the tense and according to the auxiliary verb, the format of main verb will be put. So main verb, we have to know about the main verb. As we have got the lesson from our very childhood, I mean the primary level, that main verb basically two types. Strong verb, I mean format of verb is of three kinds, but four types. Strong verb and weak verb. Okay, dear listener and dear learners and viewers, please give your put your attention that is strong verb and weak verb. What is a strong verb? The verb, when we change the verb, format of verb, if we go through the list of verb, that V1, then V2, then V3. This is basically the list of verb, I mean format of verb. But another one is V1 plus ing. I mean in present form there is another verb V1 plus ing, and this ing basically takes place in continuous tense. In case of tense, continuous tense এই ভার্বের সাথে ing ব্যবহার হয়ে থাকে। So what is strong verb? Strong verb are these types of verbs that when we change the verb from present form to past and past participle or present participle, only the changes of vowel. The changes of vowel is called strong verb, and the weak verb, obviously, the changes of consonant. The changes of consonant is called strong verb. Suppose we think about drink. I mean, I is vowel. Drink, drank, I mean A, and drunk, I mean U. So I, A, U, I mean I, A, U. This is the changes of vowels. That's why drink is strong verb. Drink, sing, sang, sung. Sink, S-I-N-K, sink, sang, sung. These are the strong verb. And weak verb, so the changes of consonant is called the weak verb. Okay, so this is the, though there are some exceptional verb, all the format are same, যেমন such as cast, cost, put. Okay, so these are same, the exceptional verb. And in case of verb plus ing, we know that the verb which has e and the ending part, the verb which is e at the ending portion, I mean suppose have is a ve, I mean is a ve. So whenever we will add it ing, having, e will be deleted and omitted. E আর থাকবে না ing করার সময়, have. Okay, so this is the basic rule in case of adding ing. And another rule is that run, whenever we'll add it ing, run, running. So why double consonant will be in the ending part of run? Why? You have to know that the rules just follow. N is consonant, U is vowel, and R is consonant. So the rules CVC. If we got CVC in the ending part, this is 3 letters word, it doesn't matter. In case of 4, 5 and any word, you have to focus on that, the 3 letters that CVC, I mean consonant, vowel and consonant. If the word is in this way, that whenever you will add it, you will add ing, that it will be CVCC plus ing. So very important technique, that the verb which has CVC ing, whenever we will add ing, obviously the C will be doubled. C will be doubled. So CVC transform into CVCC and ing. CVCC and ing. So okay. This is about main verb and principal verb. Okay. Now auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb, you know that there are 12 auxiliary verb, such as be verb. Be verb mean am is are was were. Do verb, do did does. Have verb, have has had. Okay, and another verb, be verb, do verb, be verb, do verb, have verb. And beyond this, need, must, can, might. Okay, these are the verbs. Auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. And having, or beside this auxiliary verb, you know that modal auxiliary, semi-modal auxiliary, many verbs. But the main verb will be met according to or depending on the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb. Okay, now let us talk about the principal verb. What is principal verb? You know that man is mortal. So is here main verb or principal verb. But is, he is participating with us. So he is participating with us. Here is helps the main verb participate, and as it is the auxiliary verb or helping verb of present continuous tense, obviously all the continuous tense take ing with their main verb. সমস্ত continuous tense এর main verb এর সাথে ing হয়. So is here helps the main verb in case of focusing it meaning. Okay, so is here main verb. So what is that? We have got that be verb may be used as main verb and at the same time may be used as auxiliary verb. Only be verb can be used as main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay. Now let us talk about verb. We have more discussions on verb along with this. Verb basically are two types. What is this? Finite verb and non-finite verb. Okay, so finite verb is of two types: principal verb and auxiliary verb. Okay, already we have done this. Now within 5 minutes I will discuss non-finite. In your modifier, in your completing sentence and anywhere, and in your right from verb you will get non-finite verb. Okay, so non-finite verb is, number one is infinitive. Infinitive means 2 plus main verb, 2 plus main verb, and number two, gerund. Non-finite means the verb which cannot finish its meaning alone. The verb which always depends on others. যে ভার্বটি অন্যের উপর নির্ভর করে in case of giving its meaning. Okay. Gerund and participle. Okay. So participle is of three kinds. Present participle. Past participle and perfect participle. Okay, most important matter is that gerund acts as noun. Gerund কিসের কাজ করে? Noun. When participle acts as adjectives. Acts for adjective. Gerund acts for noun and participle acts for adjective. Okay, now we have to differentiate and distinguish the variation and the dissimilarities or similarities among or between gerund and participle. Okay, noun, suppose taking okay, first a gerund. Swim. Okay, CBC rule MM. Swimming is good for health. So here swimming acts as noun. Swimming, obviously this is a verb, and swim is a verb, and ming is adding gerund. So swimming, I mean main verb plus V1 plus ing is also gerund, and present participle is also V1 plus ing, base form plus verb ing. So swimming is good for health. But if we think that a running bus can be uncontrolled. Okay, so here running is obviously V1 plus ing, so this follows the noun. So the very rules, the verb plus ing which follows the verb is called gerund. Gerund may be by gerund, except this by gerund without gerund. So this is gerund, and the verb plus main verb plus ing which follows the noun, this is adjective, and at the same time this is present participle. Okay, so the variation you have got. Within this short time I cannot finish this. So first participle, obviously verb plus 3, and perfect participle having plus V3. Okay, perfect participle, sorry, these are not seen. Present participle V1 plus ing, past participle V3, and perfect participle having plus VT. Having done my homework, I will go outside. Having done my homework, I will go outside. This is perfect participle. So participle acts for adjective and gerund acts for noun. So dear students, already I have given the idea on subject and verb agreement, and today as I have conducted this class after 10 minutes, so this class is very important for all kinds of students, for the intermediate level students and also for the honors level, and any from any classes. You are welcome to my class, in my next class, and again I would like to convey the very message with my heart and my heartfelt love and felicitation that Happy New Year, and inshallah we will be free from this kind of pandemic situation, and I hope so, and also bye bye and Allah Hafiz.